Okay. Who wants to do a recap of what happened last week when we played Dungeons and Dragons?
Fought a dragon. But me, Rurak, and Muir fucking mounted the dragon when it was flying over. Somehow grappled up there, got on top of it. Then me and Muir were on the head and stabbed it in the eyes. And then Muir tried to explode inside its eye with like a bomb type thing. And then that turned into a big eagle and brought the others while we were riding this dragon. And it went back into its lair. Zorgar fell off just before that into a tree. So did Mir. Murak managed to stay on. What else happened? What have I missed?
Nearly got sunk.
Oh yeah, ship.
The dragon revealed that she was the GF of the last dragon we killed, and she was pissed off about it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
As you would be.
Yeah.
If your partner gets
To be
slayed.
fair.
If your partner gets slayed.
Yeah, if your partner gets slayed.
She's been slain.
You're likely to be a bit annoyed about it, so you know. Fair
Slay,
enough.
girl, slay.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing that happened last session, I think people started to board the dragon mid-flight, and then the dragon went underwater.
Yeah. So, I believe it's just Naren and Rurak on the dragon now, right?
Naren, you're here? Yeah.
It was the boarding party.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. So you guys had gone under the lake in the center of the forest, and if I recall correctly, you had taken a little bit of sizzle damage because the lake was not the nicest lake anymore. So let me. Have I got anything I need to talk about? I don't think so. If anyone's watching the stream, we've just transferred over to Fantasy Grounds. This is our first session using it. So there may be some teething issues. I don't think I've got anything else to chat about. Where's my tunes?
Good thing. Oh,
So, Naren and Rurak, you are on the back of the dragon as she plunges into the center of the lake, and this what looked to be kind of nice, crystal clear, very transparent, really lovely looking lake, very very placid, very tame in the center of the forest. When you actually dive in, attached to her, it stings your face. There's this awful. You guys probably wouldn't know what chlorine smells of, but that's basically an overwhelming smell. And she is carrying you down under the water. Actually seems to be reasonably deep lake already. You can see kind of as you're sort of trying to open your eyes and see what's going on underneath the water, you can see kind of the surface of the lake is actually quite a lot higher than you'd expect it to be. What are the rest of you guys going to do?
I would assume follow.
Am I able to take an action, Jake?
Yeah, sure, yeah. What kind of action?
I want to use control water.
Okay.
And I want to use the part water. You cause water in an area to move apart and create a trench. And I want to turn this into a trench run. So, me and Naren have some air, and everyone else is able to follow and see the dragon.
Okay.
That's the plan, yeah.
So
Stay on target.
Porkins, no!
Porkins, poor Porkins.
Morgan's really got the short end of the stick.
Particularly with the name as well.
Yeah.
They should just call him Fatty.
Rurak is definitely Porkins in this situation right now.
That means you're going to die.
Oh well.
Well,
If
it
I get the
happens, it
title of
happens.
Porkins, then, you know, it's kind of worth it.
Okay, so Rurak, you're casting Control Water. How does Control Water work?
Control Water is a 4th level spell. Although its components are V, S, and M. So how is that going to work out?
So you can currently you are kind of instinctively holding your breath. If you try and cast a spell with a verbal component, you'll no longer be holding your breath. So you'll kind of go underwater, and you'll kind of inhale some nasty light water. But if your spell kind of removes the water nearby, then that probably won't be a problem afterwards.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, scream out in the water, the control water words or whatever, and try and separate it so that me and Aaron have, you know, clear the water of the acid and have air and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Can you make me a Constitution save?
Yes. So am I doing this in D&D Beyond? No, I'm doing this on the app.
Yeah.
So a con save. 21.
Okay, so what's 23 half? You take 12 acid damage. Let me move it onto
Okay.
Owie.
the thing so people can see what's going
Ouch.
on. So, let's go. And Drax there, and Aaron is there, and it's not showing up anywhere for some reason. So
I'm feeling a little funny about the two systems, so I'm just going to write down my health
sure, yeah.
as well. Cool. I was at 69 at the beginning of the session.
That's how you guys did it.
So let me read what Control Word does. You cause water in the area to move apart and create a trench. The trench extends across the spell's area, and the separated water forms a wall to either side. The trench remains until the spell ends, or you choose a different effect. Water then slowly fills in the trench over the course of the next round until the normal water level is restored. Okay, so Burak goes, and there's this kind of peal of thunder overhead, and then the lake kind of, there's like a strike of lightning and beams down from the storm up above and slams into the lake, and where it slams there's like a kind of a fissure forms, and the rest of you who are not mounted on a dragon can see that about 40 feet below you the dragon is kind of looks to be snaking up into a tunnel of some description. Zorgar, it's your turn.
Okay. I know where to go, right? Because I've been here before. I know I'm in the woods, right?
But you are in the woods, yeah. So you're hanging out in the woods. So you can try and navigate to where you expect to have gone.
Yeah.
Alright, give us a survival check.
Right. How the fuck do I do that in this? It's skills tab.
Yeah.
Survival. Oh dear. That's my low. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of from Zorgar's perspective, it's almost blissfully quiet where you are. You can hear there's a storm somewhere.
Can I also look around for Muir?
Yeah, sure. So you're kind of you clamber down this tree, and you're like, you can't really hear anything going on. There's a kind of a storm, seems like it's rumbling in the distance somewhere. But you kind of look around and you're like, well, I think the lake's this way. And you head off. But you're walking for like 20 or 30 seconds, and then you kind of come back to the tree that you walked down, you climbed down, and you seem to have gone in a circle.
Is it Muir?
No.
Damn.
Lida, it's your turn.
I'm just on the back of Raffin.
Yeah.
So is he... What position is he in currently?
You mean physical position?
Yeah.
So you guys
Like this?
So you guys had kind of come alongside the dragons. You're kind of hovering just sort of above the lake. In fact, let's drag Raffin in here. Why is it default to that Raffin's an eagle? I can't make him bigger than that. I guess I'll put him there. Who else is on Raffin's back? Lida's there. Malburn's there and Muir's there, right?
Yeah. I did not mean to do that, by the way.
Are you sure you didn't mean to do that?
It's mapped to my push to talk button, so give me a wee second.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I mean, you're rolling pretty well.
So that's roughly the position you guys are in, except this is a two-dimensional map, and the dragon is about 40 feet below where you are.
But remember, our eagle goes 300 miles per hour.
Yes, he is a fast eagle. Zoom, zoom! I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and make it lasts for a minute, and I'm gonna make a sound. Says you can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, whatever. So I'm just gonna make it me like yelling for Zorgar, but if it can be a lion's roar, then I'm assuming it can be very, very loud.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
try and help Zorgar navigate to where we are.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you guys watch as the lake parts, and down below you can see the dragon. Lida turns around and with a supernaturally loud voice from the 3-foot tall halfling the size of an 8-year-old yells Zorgar's name, and it echoes and reverberates around. Zorgar, can you give us a perception check?
I can. Hold on. Exact. And I've lost it behind the map. Perception. Six.
Oh no.
6. You can hear
I'm not
Lida
listening.
calling your name, except you're like, I could have sworn that was coming from the top of that tree that I just came down. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Lida?
No, but that lasts for a minute, so
No, that's for a minute.
it should. Yeah.
Oh, is it just going to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, true. Raffin, it's your turn. You are an eagle. There is a dragon below you. What do you want to do?
Everyone's still on my back, yeah.
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 What do you think, folks? Will we get down there, or do we want to go back for Zorgar? Charge. We're not going for Zorgar, no.
We don't know where he is.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Right, well, charge it is. I'll try and swoop down and rake the eagle with my claw, and not the eagle, the dragon, with my claws.
Sure.
And my beak.
Wagon.
Give us an attack roll for it.
Pesky wabbit.
That's 11, but I get a plus. I'm trying to find my thingy. I'll need to do it on D&D Beyond. Oh man, and it's not logging in either. But I'll roll again because he's got 2 attacks. So 11 plus. I think it's like +5 or +6.
Sure. Hang on, I might be able to. It's probably on here somewhere.
Did you get that one? I don't know if that second one came out. I rolled it on the thing.
Mine has stopped responding.
I can't see it.
That's 9.
I cannot see your second roll. Right.
Yeah, I've just.
Me neither.
Well, I rolled 2, so there's 11 and a 9. So they're my 2 rolls, and I've got my thing up now. So. It is +5 to hit, so that would be 16 and 14.
Neither of them are going to hit,
That's
unfortunately.
pants.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Are you guys happy on my back? Is that how we're going to do it? We'll swoop around them and attack, and we can fire at ranged. Fair enough. Then I shall fly away.
So you're going to
In a
fly
sort
back
of circling.
away.
What's that?
You're going to fly back away. Like
Well,
a
not
swoop
back
in.
away, but like I'm going to swoop down. Hold on. I'm going to swoop down and like try and rake him and bite him on the back, or bite her, sorry, and then sort of fly forward away and then sort of circle back round. That's my plan.
Okay, there's not really enough room to do that because you're in a lake.
Oh, okay.
So she's kind of, as she's heading down, she's sort of snaking up towards what looks like a tunnel. So you can sort of swoop down and kind of retreat again, or swoop down and kind of follow along. There's not really enough room to swoop down and kind of zoom past and loop back around.
We shall
again.
swoop down and follow along.
Okay. So it is the dragon's turn. So Raffin and everyone on his back swoops down, and he tries to rake along the back of her green back. You can see Baron and Rurak are holding on, and she cranes her neck around, and she's going to try and breathe poison on you.
Shit.
So I need all of you to make a Constitution save, please.
I believe I have resistance as a hill dwarf.
I think you do, yeah.
To...
I have resistance as well.
Nice.
A way of doing it, a thing
Um,
on this, or do I just roll a d20 and...
So on your character sheet, you should hang on. So on your character sheet, there's a saves column, and if you just drag Constitution in,
I'm going to
Oh, I did
cast
the wrong
Absorb
thing.
Elements as a
Where's the-
reaction.
okay.
Where's the saves column?
It gives me
So
resistance.
on your character sheet in Fantasy Grounds,
Uh-huh.
the saves column is on the right hand side,
Oh, got you, yeah.
and just drag Con in.
It might not make a difference, Emma, but you did a check instead of a saved.
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, that's right. Okay, I see how that
Oh,
works.
yeah, I did it wrong way.
I got 9. That's not very good.
I accidentally rolled 2 dice instead of advantage, but I got a 20,
so 20
and
and
a
a
19.
19. So, okay. So, did anyone who got less than an 18?
Me.
But can I roll Indomitable if that is a fail?
Do you get to know if it's a fail? I think you have to. I think you have to make the call before. I don't know. Does it say?
I thought the specific things of Indomitable is you get to re-roll a
Oh, is
fail
it the failed
save.
one? Oh, sure. Okay. So you need an 18 to pass.
I did
So
not get
17
18.
don't make it.
Hey!
That do make it. So let's go.
Let me double check the roll there to make sure I'm not cheating.
Yikes.
So if you got less than an 18, you take 59 poison damage before any resistances. If you got more than an 18, then you take, what's half of that is 29 damage.
What was it? 58 damage?
59.
59, okay.
I have resistance, so would I have 29 again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would I
Excuse
see
me while
that
I do
resistance?
some quick math here.
And it's rounded down or up?
Down.
14 damage?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
So if you take half damage, you take 29.
Yeah.
And then you just have to add that to the bit that says HP.
Yeah, the wound bit.
Cool.
Needless to say, I'm unconscious.
Oh dear.
I'm almost very close to dying there, so yeah, I'm grateful I'm not dead.
To remove the hit
unconscious on the
points,
bird?
Yeah.
do we just type it into the max hit points bit, or do we put it into what's
The wound column,
WND?
that bit, so you add your damage up there. So you go, if you take like 59 damage, you put 59 in there. And then any other damage you take, you add on top of that. Because that's the way it does the maths.
Yeah, Indomitable is reroll a failed saving throw.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna...
So I feel like I've got immunity to poison, but I don't know where I would see that.
You're in eagle form right now, so unless
Yes.
an eagle has immunity to poison...
No,
don't
I don't think
it
an
makes a
eagle
difference.
does.
Sorry, how do I take damage in Fantasy Grounds? I see the WND
Yeah,
thing.
so you just add your number to whatever it says in there.
Right, okay.
So that's like the wound
Jake-
column tracks how much damage you've taken, rather than how much health you have left.
Got it. Okay.
Jake, you said as I'm in eagle form, obviously my hit points will be different. Does that track them on, or do I track that on?
So I've
like,
got... So if I drop this on you, you should have a giant eagle stat block appear on your screen. I think.
yes.
Yeah, so that is the stats for a giant eagle.
Oh well, then he's dead.
Okay.
That's
So
not so good.
Yeah, I mean he's quite dead. That was like twice his hit points.
Oh dear.
So
We're all gonna fall on the dragon?
26.
I guess.
You're above it, right?
Grab on, people.
You're unconscious?
Someone grab me as well.
Jake, I take the rest of the balance of the hit points off Raffin as well, don't I?
yeah,
Right.
Wait, everyone's grabbed onto the back of the eagle. So when it drops, everyone's just grabbed onto the back of Raffin.
so now how does this masking work? So if I so I can drag her. So Naren's on her back. Hooga
Jake, I've typed in 33 into the wound and it's not changed anything. Is that just...
You gotta do math.
Oh, I've got to do the math.
Yeah, it doesn't just tell you the hit points you have left or anything.
Oh, okay. That's alright.
So she cranes her head back and emits this burst of green gas, and it strikes Darren and Virak in the face, and they kind of manage to Virak shields it with a shield, and the bit that gets on it is kind of, the beard absorbs a lot of it. It's not too bad. Darren kind of hunkers down under a nearby spike, and just kind of takes the brunt of it. The people on the eagle behind, you get hit by this massive cone of green gas. Fraffin's eagle form starts emitting this kind of nasty cawing sound before the wings and the feathery form you are seated upon begins to dissolve back into an elf. Muir, you fall unconscious, right?
Yes.
But all the rest of you are still awake and functioning. So, Rurak, I need you to make a concentration check for your control water as well.
Got it.
So how much damage
is that a
did you
save or a ability check?
It's a
How much damage did I
save.
take? To save. I took 14 poison damage.
Okay, so you gotta make a 10.
I gotta make a 10. Okay.
You could do it.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh no. I made an 8.
An 8.
Oh
Shit.
no.
Okay.
There's nothing I can. I don't think I have any inspiration. Nope. I think that's it.
Okay, so people on the Eagle who will be most concerned about it. Rafton, you get hit by this burst, and as it sort of washes over you, the lake walls that are the kind of big walls of water around you start to kind of buckle and surge back into the expected form. So now it says something about how fast it goes, doesn't it?
I'm gonna drown as well.
Okay, so the water is slowly filling in the trench over the course of the next round until the normal water level is restored. So
That's 6 seconds, isn't it?
that is about 6 seconds. So you're about 30 feet under the water level. So in the course of 6 seconds, you get submerged pretty quickly, or you will. So if you guys, what do you want to do? You can kind of attempt with disadvantage to try and make the leap from Rafton's failing eagle form onto the tail half of the dragon, or just sort of hold position, I suppose. Muir doesn't really
What
get an
does
option if she's
hold
unconscious.
position mean?
Like,
Because aren't we falling now?
falling a bit into the kind of rising water, yeah.
Can Raffin turn back into something?
On his turn.
It's not my turn.
I'm gonna try and land on the dragon.
Okay, so give us an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Hmm. 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone else trying to leap onto the dragon as she scoots away up the shaft?
I am.
Go for it. So
Can I
acrobatics
fall
with
with
disadvantage.
style?
Yeah, give us an acrobatics check to see how well you fall.
Have you know that's a 19? I fall so well.
What did you get, Malvern?
So, believe it or not, I got a 19.
A 19. Okay.
Because,
Oh.
and yeah,
Oh yeah, because you get to treat everything below 10 as a 10, don't you?
if I'm proficient.
Sure. Okay.
Bullshit.
So, as Raffin, as the eagle form begins to shrink, Malbrin kind of kicks off and leaps and grabs onto the tail of the dragon as she is scooting under the water. Muir just sort of collapses, does the kind of the and collapses. Lida tries to jump and doesn't get very far. Kind of reaches out and misses by a couple of feet, but looks quite dramatic when she does it. And Raffinate is kind of shrinking back into his elfness. So you watch as she disappears up the tunnel with the people on her back. As Malbrin is now on there as well.
Is this all in the space of 1 round?
Yeah, basically.
Whoa. Okay.
Muir, I need you to make a death save, please.
Does Rurak have any idea that Mir fell?
Probably not. You would have been too busy kind of being sprayed in the face.
Yeah.
But you would have known
Come
that
on.
we got
Ooh.
sprayed in the face as well.
6.
A mighty 6.
A mighty 6. Okay, so Muir lands in the kind of nasty fizzy water below as it begins to rise up. So I need you to also make a Constitution save, please, Muir.
Can do. Come on, no.
Oops.
15. Oh, 17.
17. Okay, so you only take 9 damage from the water. It's kind of, as Muir doesn't really know, but everyone else can see who's looking that there's this sort of, she's kind of fizzing underwater a bit, like she's sort of dissolving. Her arm is all pretty. It's like a glass of water that's been left overnight for like a week. All these kind of cavitation bubbles on it.
Is that another?
It will be another.
failure
Yeah,
then?
I think it will be. Yeah.
Tick.
Naren, you are on a dragon's back. Can you also now make a Constitution save?
Yeah.
Damn it.
19.
Okay, you suffer
Balls.
11 acid damage.
Oh.
So, from your perspective, you can see kind of Mulbrin kind of arrives on the dragon's back a little further down from you, as she kind of tucks her wings in and kind of swims into this sort of reasonably narrow, for a dragon, tunnel that seems to be kind of sloping downwards, and then there's like a U-bend almost.
Right.
But then this water starts to fill in again, and you can feel it kind of melting sections of your face. You're like, oh, my scales are going to be discolored in the morning. I can feel it now. But it is your turn.
I'm
What would you like to
going
do?
Stab the dragon.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's not doing nothing. Come on. So that is plus 10. A 15 and a 19 to hit. Oh shit, that's not good, is it?
Neither of them are good enough, I'm afraid.
And then also, a 25.
That's good
with the
enough.
Arisen. So the Arisen, I believe. What? Shit.
7.
7.
Okay.
7 damage.
So, Naren kind of, you can feel it. You shut your eyes and you try and stab kind of blindly. You don't feel Nautilus connect at all. But you get your other trident and you're like, yeah, that definitely hit something. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Am I being a muppet? Do I not get another attack now? I'll get 3 attacks with Nautilus.
Oh, I think you do. Yeah, I think you're right.
Not 2. Silly me.
Does it also count as being flanked?
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I can reroll all of those Nautilus strikes?
Mhm.
Sweet, because the 12 wasn't going to hit. Okay, here we go. 3. Oh, there's a crit in there. A 28
Nice.
and a 17.
Okay, your 28 and your crit obviously hit. Your 17, not so much.
So I might as well reroll the other sync just to see if I crit. Oh! Yes!
What?
So
Nice.
I have to roll 3 damage dice for Nautilus because of the crit, and 2 for the Arisen.
Yeah, do them one at a time because I think it will auto crit something.
One. Okay. So there's the first one. Yeah, it did it.
Uh-huh.
Here's the second one. Whoa. And here's the last one. Oh, it didn't crit that one. So
Yeah.
I'll just do it again. Okay. All of that.
It's what, 23,
So-
31, 40 damage.
Yes, that is significantly better.
Okay, so you're stabbing wildly, and you're like, that's not. Oh, hang on, I need to go a little further down. And you're like, oh yeah, get it right in there. Yeah, stab the dragon.
Good.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I am successful as that.
Okay. Mulbrin, it is your turn. Can you make a Constitution save, please?
Yes. Can I also ask if I can breathe safely underwater and in dangerous atmospheres such as poisonous gases? Does that help me?
So technically, it's the water that's damaging you. There's not the atmosphere, but I'll give you advantage because of that. It's a good point.
You can breathe underwater?
Yeah. That's a 9.
Okay.
Just casually.
Wait,
I can breathe
I
underwater.
don't want that many. Oh, I have to start again now.
I used the underwater breathing for your key heist.
Oh yeah.
So, Mulbrin, you suffer 21 acid damage from the kind of nasty, quite dark, actually, at this point, water around you. You can feel it kind of melting off bits of your skin, like if you've been in sunlight for like days. You can feel it kind of fizzling and cracking. But it is your turn.
I'm going to stab with Palor.
Go for it.
Okay, here we go.
That's a crit.
Well,
Ooh,
I
very
take
nice.
the highest, so that's a crit.
Okay.
So is it just roll damage?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's damage and the sneak attack, though.
Yeah, there should be, I think I put a sneak attack on your sheet.
Yeah, I've got that. So, would I just roll those, or would I roll them twice?
Roll them twice.
Okay.
Because it doesn't know when, it doesn't, I think because you're rolling 3 dice at the same time, it's not sure, it's like, oh, this is a weird attack roll, I don't know what to do, and you get a 20.
Okay. Okay. Well, the Palor damage is 19.
Okay. Whoa.
And sneak attack is 30.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
So Mulbrin gets a
Very
nice kind of lands on the dragon. Is kind of, you can feel all this water kind of rushing past you. And you kind of reach around the back and grab your knife and take it in, kind of at a nice angle, get it in under a scale. You can feel the tail kind of shakes you around a bit. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Holding on for dear life.
Okay. Rurak, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
You're on a dragon.
I am on a dragon. How am I doing for the old health thing? Yeah, I'm doing fine. I think I'm going to open that trench back up again
Okay.
and just try and hold the
Oh my
water,
God.
just as same as it was. How long is the trench?
100 feet. So
100
20
feet.
boxes. Is there a nice way to... Oh, there is. Throw an arrow. So...
Does Rurak know that the Craffin's bird form fell?
Give us a perception check.
Perception check.
This is
Skills.
just then.
Perception. Just one sec. Okay. I believe I get advantage because I have the shield.
What? Oh yeah,
The
you do,
shield.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Give me- yeah.
If you just drag a perception on it, should just work.
Okay. Oh, sorry, one sec. Here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, guys. Oh, advantage only got me a 5, so 10.
Yeah, no, you pull the shield up and kind of focus on blocking the thing. So you're not super. You can hear like some weird noises behind you, but you're not super sure what they are. It could just be like you hear bird sounds. You're like, oh, there's a giant eagle back there.
Okay. Can I position the control water in such a way that the dragon's head is still in water and the separation happens kind of at its neck, where
So.
Because he turned round and did his poison at us because he had air to turn his head around in. So I'm kind of, can I position the water or position the air, like the trench, so that, his head is in the water at the very end of it?
So, let me... So I'm pretty... Because it's a cube. So I'm pretty sure you place a side of a cube. Let me double check that. So if it works the way I think it does, and I'm pretty sure it does, then you could do that, but it would mean controlling the water behind you, so like you have like a face, so you can put the entire 100-foot cube in front of you, or behind you, or to the right or to the left. Is I think how it works. Let me just double check. Spellcaster.
It's a really weird bird outside my window.
Bird. What kind of bird?
Don't know, it was weird.
Yeah, so you place like a face of the cube, so you can put the entire 100-foot cube in front of you, or behind you, or to the right or to the left. So there's not current like you could keep the dragon's head underwater, but that would be just keeping everything in front of you underwater.
Yeah, so am I able to make the air of cube behind me then?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That'd be possible. Yeah, sure. So I'll just do that and have it be a trench again. I hope this helps, guys. I'm not really sure how to help right now.
So there should be a cube on there now.
I would come back. I would jump off the dragon, but Rek doesn't know. Right? So I think this is the right call. If any characters can update Rurak, then that would be handy.
Raffin, do you have any healing?
I've got some healing, I think. Yeah, hold on.
Just so, you doesn't die.
Yeah.
Where is Muir? Was Muir in my bag?
Yeah.
I thought Muir hit the ground.
I'm in the water now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the water.
Are you in the water, or are you, like, in the trench?
In the water.
In the
Depends how
water.
much they're worth.
So that is the cube that will be affected by control water. So you can basically part the entire lake.
Cool. Okay.
So, did you make your?
Am I able to
save?
position myself in front of Naren and Mulbrin so that they have space to do whatever they need to do and?
Yeah, you can try, sir.
Dragon?
You can probably climb. That'll probably take like your whole turn because you're kind of moving underwater and also on a dragon's back. Even though it's not that far to move.
I do have 5 feet more movement because of storm charge. I know it's I'm at 14 now actually. Just thinking about it. There's another 4th level spell gone.
Yeah, so it'll put you up to 30, and then you're underwater. So that means that your speed is halved. So you're 15, and then it's kind of difficult terrain because it's a dragon's back, so it's halved again. So you can get like a square can get like there.
Yeah, that'll do.
Sure. Can you make me a Constitution save for the water?
Yes. So Constitution. Hang on. And this is just a straight roll, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. There's not anything else going on.
Better. 14. 17. Sorry.
17.
Yeah.
That means you take.
One under.
She takes 6 poison damage. Or acid damage,
Half?
sorry.
Acid damage. Okay.
What was the second kind of damage?
There's no way for me to be inside the trench either. I have to have it behind me, right?
Yeah, because I don't think it moves.
Okay. So 12 acid damage then. Okay.
Oh, it's Mr. Ebert says hello. Hello, Haim. Hope you're doing well.
So, did he not succeed his saving roll there?
He did. So he took 6.
Patrick gets 6, not 12.
Yeah, so you take.
I take 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Sorry.
So are you doing anything else on your turn, Greg?
I cast a spell. Any other spells need to be cantrips and bonus actions, so no.
Okay.
No, that's me.
Zergar, you're in the forest. Can you give us a perception check, please?
Perception.
Did they get advantage because of my sounds?
So the perception
Yeah,
check is. Yeah, sure, yeah. Because it's sustained sound, isn't it? So, yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's a 16.
16. So yeah, so you kind of you're kind of walking in circles for a minute, and then you can hear Lydia shouting your name like super loud, and you initially you're like, I think that's at the top of that tree, and then you're like, wait, no, it's not. It's over. It's in the opposite direction to where you think the lake was, but you can definitely hear it very clearly coming from over there.
Okay. I will go that direction.
Okay. So Zergar heads off in that direction. Give us a survival check with an advantage.
And 19.
19. So yeah, you head through the forest and you're like, well, this is not where I thought the river was, but it definitely seems to be the river. And you kind of find yourself.
It's pretty disorientating falling off a dragon.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Sweep. And why? I don't know why it defaults to you being hidden. That's kind of annoying. So you kind of appear at the river, and you're like, okay, well, this is not where I expected to be, but this definitely seems to be the thing, and you can kind of hear that now that you've found the river, you're like, well, following the river would kind of get to the lake, which is where I can hear Lyda's voice coming from, but this is not the way I thought the lake was. It's a bit of a disorienting experience, but you're pretty sure you've kind of back on the right trail. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Am I at the lake yet?
You're just at the river.
Okay. Can I, like, sending someone in the party to ask them what's going on?
Yeah, sure, yeah. What do you say?
I'll call Lyda. I'll be like, so what's going on with this dragon? Where is it?
Alright, we've gone into the lake. Muir's fucking dead.
Shit.
Shit's disaster. You need to kick it, man.
Right, okay, I'll come and heal Muir. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Alright. Then water's acid, don't go in. Well, you kind of need to go in it, but we're in it.
Am I immune to acid?
Not
Or
as
like
far as
the
I'm aware.
poison damage?
Not as far as I'm aware. You got resistance to fire damage for being a dragon.
I thought paladins got like immunity to poison.
You're immune to being infected with disease, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can't get ill, but you can still be poisoned. If that makes sense.
So I can still take damage then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Lida, it's your turn. You are. So let me walk this through in my head. So you're on the back of the eagle. The eagle stopped being an eagle. You jumped forward.
Yep.
The water kind of scooshed up to meet you. Now the water's falling back down again. So you're kind of rapidly sinking. What do you want to do?
So am I just like, am I falling? Am I gonna take damage? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
That's a good question. So you.
I don't know what level we're at.
So, yeah, it's kind of difficult down a two-dimensional map. So, the water kind of was parted, and you're flying along, and then the water crafting stopped being even, and went, and then the water kind of surged. So you're kind of roughly at the point where you were before, because the water had risen and you'd floated up, but you are in the water. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution save. Eight, but I'm gonna use, because it's my turn again, means my reactions reset, so I'm gonna use absorb elements again.
Okay.
And put it to acid.
Sure.
So I have resistance.
Okay, so it would be 17 before whatever resistancy jiggery poopery you've got going on.
Okay, so that's halved. So what do I have it to if it's like an odd number? Oh,
someone's gone. Izzy's away.
Yeah.
8.
Your Wi-Fi probably died.
Possible. Where's the tunes gone? Oh, they're back.
I can hear them.
I can hear them.
Yeah, it was on a fade, and I was like, oh, hang on.
It's not letting
no.
me change.
Oops. It's not letting you change what?
My health. It's being
I think
weird.
you just need to click on it and then type a new number.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully Mirror reappears. Otherwise, I'm going to have to funk around with the stream. So it is now your turn, Linda. What do you want to do?
So, the water's parting again. Is it gonna
Yeah.
like disappear, or am I gonna have to keep making the constitution checks?
So you got maybe you're kind of, you can see at the bottom from where you are, and you're pretty confident that when you reach the bottom, that you're gonna get to the bottom before the end of the next turn. Like the water will have parted out, so you're not gonna have to make another save.
Okay. Can I see the dragon from where I am?
No. So there's a kind of, you can see a big tunnel in the kind of the wall of the lake. You can see a big tunnel that she kind of slithered away in. But it's kind of dark in there. You can't see what's going on. You can hear noises from kind of weird bubbling noises and kind of that kind of like sort of noises from in that tunnel. So you know where she's went, but you can't actually see her.
Shit. That kind of puts a dampener on what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry, I had to reset my Wi-Fi. Wow.
Not a lot. So how deep is this cavern then?
The lake is about like 60 feet deep. Actually, probably more like 70 or 80. Difficult to get an accurate number in the heat of battle.
And how high up is this little tunnel thing?
It's about 20 or 30 feet above from where you are.
Okay. Can I Misty step up to the entrance of the tunnel?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It's 30 feet.
Okay, so you kind of went about there.
And can I see the dragon now?
Let me. Do you have dark vision?
No.
Then no.
Shit.
It's a pretty linear tunnel, so you're like, I know she's down there. I just can't actually physically see her. So there might be some other things you can do by knowing her location but not actually being able to see her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to find something because
Sure.
the thing I wanted to do was you have to see them to be able
Right,
to
okay.
cast it. But nothing else is actually really useful right now. Oh, fuck it. Right, I'm doing lightning bolt.
Okay.
Same.
100 feet long, 5 feet wide.
Okie dokie. So, what does she have to do?
Dex saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. This way. So, I'm going to. Sweep. 14.
No.
No.
Needs
Okay.
to be a 17.
17.
Oh shit. 17 points of damage.
Okay. So that puts her that much damage. So that pulls all her arcane components, kind of puts her staff out and kind of does a
Oh, plus 5 to the god
Plus 5.
equation thing. Yeah.
okay. So that whips all her arcane gear out and starts tracing some sigils. Flings this, kind of points the staff out, and this blast of point hot lightning kind of ricochets off down the corridor and slams into, kind of illuminates the corridor. You can kind of see it arcs through this kind of, from your perspective, like a big wall of water, and you can see it kind of illuminate a sort of a shadowy shape behind it, and you're like, that hit something. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I've used everything.
Okay. Raffin, it's your turn. You are at the foot of the lake, the bottom. Muir is beside you, unconscious. What do you want to do?
Muir's unconscious. We're not in the water though, are we?
No,
Are
you
we
are.
in
The water is kind of pushed up against the walls of the lake.
Right, because I'm just thinking I was going to turn into an elephantal, but I'll heal Muir first.
Okay.
Can I do that and then turn into an elephantal?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you. Yeah, I think you get to use it as a bonus action because you're a moon druid.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. That's right. Hold on.
That'll use
let
up
me
all
just
your shapes for
figure
the
out.
day, though.
Well, it's the only other the elementals have poison resistance, so I was thinking of water elementals. It's probably the strongest thing I can turn into anyway.
Sure, okay.
But yeah, that's the. I think it's going to have to be. But
Okay.
let me just check my spells, see what's. Would I have an idea of how? I know I wouldn't have an idea of what Muir's hit points would be. I'm just trying to work out what. Like, if she's unconscious, that means she's down to. I can't just cure wounds or something. No.
No, you can.
You can cure wounds. She's just unconscious. She's not dead.
Unconscious just puts her health at 0.
Yeah.
So plussing anything to that raises her.
Right. How I'm trying to work out what level to cast this as, because we're going to need some later on. I could do it up to like 4th level, maybe. 4d8 plus 5. How's that sound, Muir? I wouldn't know, would I?
Probably not.
I'll cast it at 4th level. I think that's.
Sure.
I'm just trying to see where's. I'm on D&D Beyond. Where are my spell slots? Where would I see what
In the
spell
spells
slots I
tab,
have? In the spells tab.
I think.
I'm also assuming that everyone, when I was speaking to Zorgar, heard the conversation because it's a all-way street. So people know that we're in a rough condition now.
Right. No, I'll cast it. We'll cast it as 5th level spell.
Okay.
So it's 5d8 plus 5 hit points to Muir.
Alright. Go for it.
Do I roll them or does she roll them?
No, you roll them. Do your casting the spell.
And I just right click on the dice to do it, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to restart Fantasy Grounds really quick.
Okay.
I get goofed when the Wi-Fi dropped.
So it's 18 plus 5 is 23 hit points.
Sure.
Groovy.
And then are you doing anything else on your turn, Raffin?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I'm wondering whether I should, like, I'll be able to do more damage as an elemental and maybe last a bit longer, but I'm just wondering, like you say, it would use up the last of my 2 slots. No, I think we'll go elemental. I think I'll turn into a water elemental.
Sure. Slow it down for him a minute. Reconnects.
Actually, no. Can I hold off because I could summon? I could still summon. So yeah, no. I'll hold off. Can I I just make sure Muir's okay, and then I'll not use that other action. I'll use my spell next time to summon some elementals, and I'll turn it one.
Sure. Okay. So Raffin tends to Muir's wounds. So it is the dragon's turn. I'm gonna rotate her. So. Yoink. So she speeds down the watery tunnel, and as you guys are kind of, you can feel this stuff melting, and you're just getting like, I don't know, I don't really want to be in here, you know, it's not really nice being in here, and then kind of as you're starting to acclimatize to it somewhat, there's the kind of, you feel it all kind of remove itself from your face as she bursts into, how do I show area? Can everyone, does that work for everyone? Can everyone see the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she kind of bursts into this larger cavern. As she does so, she kind of she shouts, Hask Utan Torar! So Naren
Word.
knows what that means, because he speaks Draconic.
I have the feeling Matthew knows what that means.
So she bursts into this larger cavern, kind of snakes under and then up like a U-bend, and bursts upwards and kind of, you're sort of, she kind of bursts into the air a bit and kind of spreads the wings dramatically. And below you can see this kind of shimmering pile of gold. There is, let me find him. There are some other beings in here. There is a large person with the lower body of a snake and the kind of a snake's head, but like manly, like a human's upper body otherwise. Let me get him in. And there's a couple of other snake-looking people that aren't quite as snaky as that person is.
Jake, see the translation.
Yeah.
Is that first word English?
Yes.
Jake,
Uh-huh.
as we hit, I'm guessing there's like a wall where the water isn't going into the cavern.
Yeah.
Anymore. Am I able to bail at that point and hold the water open so that people can come into the cave?
You don't get to move the cube, I don't think. Like, the cube is static.
I don't get to move the cube. Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay then.
Does it say you can move it?
Okay. I'll just check it out. Hang on.
I think it's a thing. If you can move it, then yeah.
Mhm.
But it'll also obviously move the other end too.
As an action on your turn, you can repeat the same effect or choose a different one.
Okay, so on your turn
okay.
you can move it.
Got it. Okay then.
Yeah, I don't want. Hang about. So he's visible. Yoink.
Oh no.
And then I can. I feel like there's a better way to make them visible like this, but I don't know. So they're kind of naive, or they're all kind of bunched up together. So she bursts through and yells this thing, this draconic sentence. Where's my stuff here? And then she kind of bursts into the air upwards, and then kind of pivots and moves to slam her entire body weight and all the people on her back down into this sort of treasure pile. So I need
Body slammed into treasure. Nice.
everyone on her back to make a Constitution or a Dexterity save. Your call. You can either try and just take the brunt of it or try and dodge out the way.
If you try dodge out the way, can you take no damage? Or
Well,
Is it like-
so you're still going to be, like, you can try and dodge out the way. You're still going to be colliding with something at force.
okay, so either way you're taking
Yeah.
damage.
It's kind of whichever you
Okay.
prefer to.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh dear.
Not
Scrooge
so nice.
McDuck and swim
Bad time.
into the gold there.
Rurek, not very dexterous.
No.
23.
23.
Oh,
So who beat an 18?
I did.
Aaron and Mulbrin. Okay, so you guys take 25 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Rurak, you take 50. As
Rack is unconscious.
you kind of this
Oh, we're gonna drown.
dragon.
We're just
get
gonna straight up die.
the body weight of I don't know. It's a big dragon. She probably I don't know. Can't even probably a good couple of thousands of kilograms of dragon on top of everyone, and you're colliding with this sort of mixed treasure. It's all solid. There's pointy things in there somewhere. There's all sorts of weird, obtuse shapes. So Naren kind of manages to sort of brace himself the correct way, kind of braces himself against the dragon. Rurek sort of just holds on, and he's like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And Malbrin sort of kind of manages to nimbly sort of scoot up the side, but still sort of get slammed into treasure.
I do believe I take no damage, though.
You did? Oh, you did take no damage. That's correct.
Fucking roads, man.
So yeah, Malbrin just kind of scoots up the side and manages to sort of do a jump and kind of land. You're a bit out of breath afterwards, but you're like, oh, that was okay. You kind of land on top of the dragon. So she kind of... I haven't got any treasure here. Rurek gets kind of knocked a bit. Malbrin's... Wait, no, I don't want to move her. Thanks. Malbrin's up there. Aaron is sort of kind of semi under the dragon. And... Naren, it's your turn. Wait, no, it's not. It's Mir's turn. Sorry. It's Mir's turn. Mir, you're awake. You kind of... You wake up and you see Raffin's face looking down at you, and you see these big walls of water. And as you are looking at Raffin, you watch them begin to kind of shrink in and collapse a little bit. You can feel kind of water flowing up. Kind of your back gets wet suddenly. What do you want to do?
Run, Forrest!
Probably nothing, because I don't think there's anything I can do about the situation. Let me quickly look over my spells. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, I can't. I'm out of spell slots as well. Fantastic. I would like to hold my action until I have an idea
Okay.
before I drown.
Okay, so until imminent drowning. Naren,
Yes,
it's your turn.
please.
You are somewhat underneath the dragon. You're prone.
Stab the dragon.
Go for it. So you're not inspired.
Do I get advantage because of flanking?
Yeah, Malbrin's turn.
Yes. Yeah. These are my first rolls. A 5, a 2, and a 15.
Okay, so your 15 will probably hit.
Right, so I'll definitely take those second numbers. A 23, a 28, and a 26.
Okay. Yeah, all three of them are going to hit.
Cool. And I might use my bonus action to do a cheeky wee bit of healing.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm going to use Second Wind.
Go for it.
But I'll roll the damage for Nautilus first before I forget. Is that's +6 to the thing as a whole instead of
Yeah.
each hit, right?
Yes.
So 37, I guess.
37. Ooh,
Is that good
grab
math?
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
And then I will roll for health, which is a D10 plus my fighter level.
I think there's one in there for you already, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well that's fun. 15 health. Woo.
15. Okay, so Naren, you get body slammed by a dragon, and you're a bit dizzy, you pull yourself to your feet. She's kind of, she's in a somewhat compromised position, having just body slammed all three of you. So you go in for it with the 3 tridents, the 3 nautiluses. You get good solid hits on her. It kind of, you chip away at a scale, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a bit of dragon juice comes out. And then you kind of take a breather, do the chest bash thing, the Kylo Ren move. Feel a bit, you kind of your spirit back up a bit. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I might. Since the dragon is prone on her back, will she still get an attack of opportunity on me when I try to run?
I think it would be at disadvantage if you chose to use one.
Okay.
I didn't mean that.
Oh fuck! I've been forgetting to use my things this whole time as well. Oh well. I guess I'll use one now. I'll use my thingy to up my AC by my maneuver dice are D10s now, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shit. My armor class is 20.
20. Okay. So you kind of maneuver a nautilus in there and kind of just adjust the claw position slightly to get yourself a little out of danger a little more easily.
I move 15 feet over there.
Okay, Mulbrin, it is your turn.
Am I prone?
I know you did pretty good on your save. You probably landed.
Okay.
Sort of
I accidentally gave myself the prone effect because I thought I could read what it was.
Yeah,
but
no, I made
didn't
that
realise
mistake
it was
earlier
just
as
giving
well. Hang on, I can
Okay.
take it off you. Drink. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so Rurak is unconscious.
Yes.
So
Aaron's running away.
Just to the side. Not away,
See-
away.
see the red that's outside the circle for the dragon.
I think that's her. I think that's supposed to be her threat range. Like if she had a sword,
So can-
that would be the range she'd hit with.
Can I walk in that range?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. If I pour a potion of healing into Rurek's mouth, will he be all right?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you can get people back up that way.
Okay. I have a potion of greater healing,
Okay.
so if I do that, that's
That would be
4d4
awesome.
plus 4. So I believe that's 17 hit
Nice
points.
one. Thank you very much. That's really, really great. And 17, that is me back awake, I guess. Cool.
And I'm then gonna disengage as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Actually, wait, did you say that it'll do attack of opportunity?
I think she's prone, so it would be at disadvantage if she chose to make one.
I'm just gonna disengage just to be safe. So I've used 15 feet, so there's 20, 25, 30.
Sure. Hang on, I need to add some things to the combat tracker because she's now in her lane. Cool. You're doing anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Okay. It is one of the snake people. So they're these dudes. Both of these snake people are going to shoot. At least one of them is going to try and take a pop at Naren.
No.
So, yeah. Yow.
Aha! Ah, shit.
So only one of them hits, right?
Yeah.
So you take this much damage. 18.
Ugh.
So one of these snake people, they've got a big kind of cobra head. Pulls a bow out and fires a sort of a kind of a green tipped arrow, and it sort of slides into Naren's just under one of the plates in the back. Kind of just scrapes, you can feel it just scrape against your scales in there, and you're like, oh, that burns. Actually, I wasn't supposed to do that. This one is yeah, he's probably gonna shoot you as well. Ka-chow! Uh-huh. So, the other one, following snake person Worm's lead, pulls out an arrow, fires one off, skeets off your pauldron, fires another one off, gets into the armpit, and again you can feel this sort of nasty burning sensation, as if something's eating away at your skin, more so than a normal arrow should.
Like I could do with some heals.
So it's her lair actions now, to the top of the round. So what's she gonna do?
We need to get Zorgar in this fight or we're fucked.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
Have we drowned?
It hasn't fallen down yet.
Because it's
Yeah.
my turn.
Once it hits my turn, it should be.
It should rise up though.
Yeah. Can you surf?
No, you can move your character with the arrow keys.
Zargar, don't surf!
Oh, so you can.
Get back in your spot, Naren.
Doing laps.
What are you doing? This is a tactical war game. Positioning is important. She calls out again. She says, "Utan Torar!" And another couple of snake lads appear. Oh, wrong menu.
Soon, man. Get him.
Sweet. Sweet. So two more snake people appear from a tunnel. And it's the larger snake person. He's got lower half, big meaty, chunky, kind of tree trunk girth snake half. He's clad in plate mail. Let me get that dude's shit up. Oh yeah, I've dropped him. He's here. Get over there. Apologies. So he can do. What's he gonna do? Aaron, get back in your spot.
Sorry.
What radius sphere? Yes, I'd like to move this, please. So, this larger snake person, he's has a good head, and on the other two snake people, he looks much more snaky. I'm saying snake while I hear. He outstretches a hand, and similar to when you've seen Linda do it, there's this little marble of flame appears in his fingers, and he throws it, and it detonates around Morganth and Rurik. Can you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
Oh dear.
You need a... Let's say here, what is it? Not on this.
Oh no. An 11, I don't think it's gonna cut it.
You need a 16.
Oh. Morganth, is that one of the
Shit.
ones that you
Oh,
get
no.
a base of 10?
Oh, there it is.
So if you fail your save, if you get less than a 16, you take 30 fire damage. If you succeed, you take half. If you're Morganth, you pull some rope shit. I don't know.
Rurik is unconscious.
No.
And that's his turn.
How much damage, Chick?
30. It's your turn. Can you make me a death save, please?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, net 20.
Oh, there's one. Make a death here. That's a fail.
Okay. So you kind of you feel this crushing weight of a dragon down upon you. The only thing stopping you from being crushed into a fine Rurik mince is your magic armor, and then you kind of your vision goes dark, and then you blink your eyes a couple seconds, enough to see Morganth's face kind of looking down at you. There's a glass bottle in your mouth, and then there's this kind of the left side of her face gets illuminated suddenly, and then she gets kind of washed over in this orange mist, and it all goes dark again. And there's a man, kind of in your vision, a figure, this sort of weird red cloud with like two black eyes, and it seems to be approaching you. Zergar, you're hanging out by a river.
I am.
What do you want to do?
I want to. Surely I know where I am there. 'Cause I've been
Yeah,
here
you're pretty.
before.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're like, this is the river. The lake is that way.
Yeah,
You can hear
I'm
Lydia
gonna-
calling you from over there.
I'm gonna book it to the lake.
All right, give us an athletics check.
Ooh. Oh.
12.
Oh, where to go?
Move you a little further, but like, hang on, I can unmask this section. Wait.
Oh.
So, Sorgar takes off upriver. You're like, okay, gotta get to like be right there. And you're like, God, this armor's a bit heavy though. I've just been hit by a tree. I'm not feeling great. So you're like, you're not at peak performance, but you make good progress. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Sending them again and just get a wee update.
Sure.
I'll call. I'll call Lydia again.
It's a group call. Anyone can answer.
I know that.
Okay, Nuri's up. The other Naren, Malbrin, and Rurik have all gone further forward. We have no fucking clue where they are.
Cool.
But it's looking really pretty rough, and we need to get in this fight, I think. So I don't
I'm
know what's gonna
running.
happen. Are you?
doing
Where are
pretty
you?
well.
Where are you? Where are you?
Run
Um,
faster!
I'm pretty close, I think. I should get there on my next turn.
We're in a lair.
You're in a-
Rurek's dying.
Oh, fuck.
Shit!
Darren ran away.
Naren didn't run away. Naren is
That
also
bastard!
Run away.
I never
He's
trusted him.
abandoned us.
What
This
do you-
was his
what do you
idea in
mean?
the
You're not even
first
here.
place.
You're not even here, Zulgar.
Right, I'm coming. As fast as I can.
Okay.
Can I? Wait, Jake, how many squares did I move there?
I ballparked it. You were like,
Because I want to say I was dashing.
yeah, that was. I assumed you'd be dashing, and then I threw in a flag check on
Oh,
top
okay.
of it. So
Cool.
you got a little
Cool,
further
cool,
than a
cool.
dash, about as far above a dash than a 3 on a flex would get you, or a 12 3.
Okay.
So you'll get there
Yes,
next
that's
turn,
not-
almost
I
certainly.
could have just threw a pine cone at me.
What?
Whoa.
Someone threw a pine cone at you?
Yeah, I threw it right back at him.
Good.
Lita, it's your turn. You are standing in a tunnel. It's about 15, 20 feet tall. There's a big wall of water ahead of you. And as you're looking at it, as you kind of pick up the stone to talk to Zorgar, you watch as it's like rigid straight, and it goes and starts to kind of move towards you. Kind of not enough to be concerning, not enough to be like, immediate danger of drowning. You reckon you've got
Right.
maybe between 5 and 10 seconds before the whole lake is back to being a lake again.
Shit. Okay. How
You can
long do
swim.
I think this cavern is in front of me?
Give us a nature check.
Nature. $16.
16. It's you're like, well, looking at the, if they're on the other side of this cavern and they said they got to a lair, then, because based on where the water is higher here, so it would have to go, have to be big enough for a dragon to get around, and then we have to go up and down. You're like, it can't be any less than about 120 feet at a minimum.
Sorry, I'm just trying to work some stuff out in my head.
That's all right. I'm going to take this opportunity to disappear for just a moment. Keep everyone entertained.
I'm dead.
Are you? Because I think you're still awake. I think I'm dead.
No, you're unconscious. I'm dead.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because, by my counting, you're alive.
How dead?
I'm on 8 hit points and there's 3 snake fellas looking at me funny.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, we're
There's a
dead.
Dragon.
I would try and push through this tunnel, but I've not got enough hit points to actually make it through with all the acid.
Can you not miss this step?
It's only 30 feet.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, I could. And it's a bonus action, so I could do 25 feet, dash, 25 feet. Bonus action, 30 feet. But it's risky as fuck, and I'd end up on the other side of the tunnel with like 1 hit point. And I don't have any healing for anyone.
It's a tricky situation we're in, then.
I think most of us should have healing potions on us, that's the only thing.
I don't have one, I don't have one written down.
I don't know if I'm getting down either.
I know at
This was
some
going
point
so
we
well
got.
last week.
Yeah, I know at some point we definitely gave some out to people, but I think I remember myself not getting one.
Ah, okay.
The one I used, I've had for ages.
Have you taken any damage yet, Nine?
What the fart are you talking about?
I'll take that as a no.
You can tell if I've taken damage.
Yeah, you can.
Hello.
Hello.
Later.
How do you tell?
Yeah.
I can't
It's the
see
little
it.
dot at the bottom right. If you mouse over it, it'll tell you. Also, the color of it indicates how much damage people have taken.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
It's not doing that for me.
Lida, it is your turn. What's your
Right.
plan?
How? So I'm up on the little caverny bit. How
Yeah.
high up is the actual like top of this lake?
It's about. So the lake's about 80 feet. It's about another 35 feet from the bit you're at to the where the surface will be.
Can I try and perhaps climb up or jump and then misty step up the 30 feet so that I'm on
Yeah, give us an
ground?
athletics check.
Okay. Don't like that. Athletics.
What happened if you miss?
Well, I'll go feather fall. Woo! 17.
17. Okay, so you kind of see this wall kind of water kind of bubbling and going boop, 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 and kind of moving towards you, and you turn heel, and leg it down the corridor, as much of it as there is, and you push off, do a little spin in midair, and then do a misty step, and you're kind of you reach the kind of the bank of the river with a kind of you have to kind of claw at it, but you're able to kind of pull yourself up, kind of above the lake. You can see down at the bottom. Raffin and Muir are. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
What does it look like up here, like in comparison to like where the tunnel leads to?
So there is kind of. So you're sort of. That's maybe you're about here. On the bank of the river, you can see there is a waterfall that is falling into the lake, but it's kind of weird because it doesn't it has a bottom, but there's just a lot of water. It kind of it's like it's flowing, but the bottom is at the top of the lake rather than where you'd expect it to be at the bottom. Although it's beginning to sort of kind of flow back downwards. The banks of the river, you're surrounded by trees. There's still that thick mist around. There's a kind of the waterfall. There's kind of a cliff hill wall, and kind of extends around off to the east and west. And otherwise, the mist is kind of too thick to see much else.
Okay. That's my turn. I can't really do anything else.
Okay. Craffen, you are with Muir at the bottom of the lake. The lake was parted. It now appears to be moving back. You can kind of feel it's around your ankles at the minute, and is kind of rising as the water pushes itself back to its resting point. What do you want to do?
What I want to do is summon some water elementals, turn it into an elemental, and then can I pick Muir up and get us out of the lake?
Yeah.
Or does the lake, I'm trying to work out whether does the lake lead into where the lair is?
It seems to. There's a tunnel that Lida went to investigate and shot a spell down. And then she has then
either
put
way,
it back out.
it doesn't. Either way, Muir's not going to be able to. Are you? You don't have any underwater things, do you? No. Right. In that case, is that all right with you, Muir?
That's sure, yeah.
I'm just thinking, just to get us out of the water and get towards like. Does that sound right then, Jake? Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you trying to do?
I want to summon 2 water elementals,
Uh-huh.
and then turn myself into a water elemental, and then I shall pick up Muir and carry us, or put her up out of the lake.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm just trying
Raffin,
to think. I'm trying to think of a way of getting. There's no other way that I could get, because I want to obviously leg it towards the lair, but I don't think there's any way of taking Muir in the water, is there?
I mean, you can just carry her there.
She
But
would take damage
yeah.
every turn, though.
It's up to you, Muir. What do you want to do? I'll say that to her. I can carry us there.
I don't know.
Or I could put her up where. Who's that at the top of the? I can't see. Hold on. Oh, I can zoom.
I went up to the top of the lake. I didn't go down.
So if I dropped Muir with you, Lida.
Mm. We can't really do anything on our own. We have to wait for Zorgar. But even then, I don't know what we're going to be able to do. Because we won't be able to get through the water very fast.
I'm just wondering if I can let me quickly look up the water elementals again. So I'm wondering if I can, if I could grab you and just, if I'm faster through the water, we might be able to get. How far away are we from the? Still the same, 5 feet a square.
Yeah.
Oh, they're miles away then. Two six. Well, I can swim at 90 feet. I'm sure I could swim and carry you. Yeah, no. A Muir and a Lidger under each arm.
I'd be fine if you went and left the water elemental behind to do it.
Do you mean someone tell one of the water elements to take you? Yeah.
Yeah, but I would like healing from Zorgar first.
I can do that when I get there.
Well, I could come up and heal you, and then we can all wait for Zorgar and then head in together if you want.
Yeah, I think Zorgar is most needed in the fight. Because he has healing and because he's a big tank.
Can everyone at the lake give us a perception check? And Zorgar.
So, everyone.
Yeah, but not the people in the lair.
Is that me as well?
Yes.
Ooh, not 20.
Yeah, very perceptive.
Well,
So Zorgar, you're kind of... You can't hear this, but everyone else at the lake, you can hear it in the distance, kind of echoing through the forest going... Yeah! Yeah! Where are you guys? Hey! Hey! In the distance.
What? I could even hear that.
Oh, you can hear that. You can hear Ward in the distance shouting for you guys.
What?
Ward.
I could go back and get Ward.
Don't know where he is, so. Wait, do you know where he is?
No, you can just hear it kind of
You can just
reverberating
hear
through
him.
the forest.
I mean, he should be able to hear my thing anyway, so.
Raffin, what do you want to do?
I'm trying to think. I think because I can summon the elemental, it's going to take me at least, even in elemental form, 2 turns to get to that layer, judging by the, at least 2 turns, judging by the number of squares. So I think maybe I could go up and heal Lida and see if I could. Am I strong enough to carry Muir up there just to?
What's your strength?
14.
You can definitely hoist her. You'll swim slower, but you can pick her up. Yeah.
Because I take it this, like, does it look like the water's going to be in on top of us in 1 turn?
Yeah, basically.
And Muir, you go direct. You've gone already, or are you after me?
I think I'm after you.
You guys should be able to
I
pull up
thought
the
you
combat
held your
tracker.
action.
You did hold.
That
That was last turn.
That was last turn.
Oh, okay.
How do you bring up the combat tracker?
I think it's a cross swords thing on the top right hand side of the screen.
So it is. Thank you.
I could do that and turn into the elemental, but I can't then give Lida healing then.
You could summon your elementals and they could carry you up.
Oh, there you go. But then, yeah, and then next turn I could heal you, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right, cool, there you go. I will do that. I will summon 2 water elementals. I will instruct them to carry myself and Muir up to where Lida is. And that's my turn.
Sure. So, Raffin whispers in Druidic, and out of the converging walls of the lake step 2 amorphous, transparent blobs, and they go blah 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 blah, and he kind of whispers at them and goes blah blah blah, and then one of them surges forward and kind of encapsulates Raffin, and then surges into the lake wall and up and appears next to Lida and kind of goes blah and spits Raffin out, and then another one kind of goes and walks into Muir, encapsulates her, and then fires itself up, kind of swims through the water, and goes blah, and deposits Muir on the bank of the river as well, as below all the lake kind of crashes in, and it is once again a smooth, fairly tranquil lake. There's a waterfall running into it. So it is the Dragon's turn.
On the combat tracker,
Yeah.
it seems to say all of the health we have left, I guess, is -8.
Oh, that's weird.
So why can I see the dragon as 11?
That's the initiative, I think.
It just coincidentally lines up. Cool.
What do you see on that?
We just see that it's wounded
Aha, yeah, there you go.
and hostile.
Oh, it's quite hostile. So it's her turn. What is she gonna do? Got a massive stat box up here now. So you all look to her in quite a bad way. Is that correct? You're all heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Varek is dying. But doesn't pay any attention to him.
No. No. No.
Can all of you in the lair, who are aware of her, please make a wisdom saving throw?
Can I use a lucky?
Yeah, you may, yes.
And I'll take the original roll.
Did anyone get less than a 16?
Yeah.
So she turns around, she spreads her wings, she kind of rears up over Naren. She says, "You are bold! Bold indeed, but your arrogance has been your doom." And Mulgren, you are kind of like, oh, actually, that's quite... she's a bit more intimidating now than I had thought before. And you are frightened of her for the next minute.
So you can't move towards her and your attacks have disadvantage, I think.
I think that's right, yeah. Oh.
It says disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. So if I'm not looking at her,
then she can't hurt you. So she uses her frightful presence, and then she's going to attack Naren 3 times.
Oh no.
So let's
The one will do.
Okay, so she got you targeted. So claw.
Right. This may be a risky maneuver. Oh, that was 4 attacks.
Does damage, mate.
Oh.
And then she bites you.
See the 25 attack?
Uh-huh.
Can I use my lucky to re-roll her attack?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Come on! Yes!
So you roll. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. So she gets a 14 on the one you re-roll. She hits a 19. 19 hits you, right? Or is your armor class still high?
How many attacks has she done? 3?
Yeah.
25, a 19, and a 15?
So a 19, a 15, and you re-roll the 25, so it's a 14. No, sorry. A 19, a 27, and a 14. I shouldn't have done them in a bunch like that. It's weird.
14. Yeah. I can't do anything about the other 2.
Okay, so 1 claw gets through. I rolled the damage for that one already, so that was the 15. And then she bites you for 22 damage. So 37 damage to you, sir.
I am unconscious.
She swallows Naren.
What?
So she kind of spreads her wings, and she says her bit, and then she kind of rears a claw up and rakes it down Naren's chest. It goes for the other side, but he dodges out of the way. And then, as he's kind of on his wonky footing, about to fall unconscious, she kind of reaches down and consumes him, and literally swallows him into her belly.
It's not very nice.
Isn't this the second time this has happened to you?
Yes.
You're getting bored.
And then it is
happening.
Initiative 10. So she is now in her lair. So she gets her turn 10 actions. No one's in
I'm
range.
starting to think maybe you guys should have maybe jumped off the dragon.
I tried.
Yeah, I was
What's the
kind of
range on our
expecting
claws?
everyone to be right behind us, but then Rurak got railed multiple times over.
We all got railed. The poison breath fucked us all.
She moves again to close in with.
But I remain here.
The real lucky one here is over
Here.
for getting hit by a tree.
It's your turn. You're on the bank of a river with your buddies. It's quite a nice river.
Hey,
It's a
buddy.
nice waterfall. Just kind of drifting into it.
Oh, nice waterfall.
You can hear clanky plate noises in the distance, and you can also hear somewhere kind of reverberate, like in different points of the forest, kind of changing its location all the time. Going, meow, meow, guys,
Ward?
guys, where are you, guys?
What? Ward? Ward, over here!
Marco!
Polo!
Marco! He doesn't seem to hear you.
Is there any clue to where just guesstimating where the lair is just by going, oh, the hole was over there? Like, is there like a bump or a...
Wait, hang on. So how do you mean?
So, like, just guesstimating where the tunnel went on the surface, is there, like, any hint there might be a thing there, like a bump in the ground or something? Or...
So are you asking if you can see any obvious places nearby where the tunnel leads?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say that before we came here, Naren and Zorgar did give a brief rundown of what they discovered on their scouting mission, including that the lair was hidden behind a waterfall.
Oh, okay.
Then you know that.
Well, we might be able to get in through the waterfall. If we made a hole in the waterfall, we might be able to get in. And then just drop on him or something.
I thought the waterfall was, like, into this lake.
Yeah, so the waterfall cascades into the lake. There's, like, a river from higher up. And there's this kind of cliff face hill thing. And Naren and Zorgar had discovered that there was, but like behind the waterfall, you can kind of juke in the side, and there's like a cave that it kind of goes over the mouth of.
Ah, classic video game waterfall entrance. Right. Okay, so we can get in through there, right?
It would have been handy to have known earlier.
Yeah.
I did give you guys a rundown.
Ring, ring!
You absolutely did not.
You didn't.
You missed out on a lot of information, including that the dragon knew.
Ring, ring.
One, I
No,
didn't
it's
know
picking
the
up.
dragon
Right.
name.
Okay.
Two, I absolutely mentioned the waterfall.
Can we safely assume Naren would have mentioned a waterfall?
Yes, if Naren says he's mentioned it, then Naren has mentioned to Muir that happens. Whether or not Matthew told the other players, or whether or not the other players remember Matthew telling the other players, is an entirely different thing.
Okay, so, right,
Someone
I guess we wait for Zorgar, and then run behind that waterfall and try and save our pals.
So you're just kind of holding on the banks?
Savvy? Yes. Oh, can we, I'd like to poke around to the waterfall and yell for Ward.
Poke around behind the waterfall, or kind of go further afield?
Go to the waterfall.
Yeah, like the waterfall is like basically right next to where you guys are right now. It's this kind of north side of the lake.
Oh, okay, then right, then I'll wait for Ward and Zorgar.
Sure, okay. Robbie Slayer wants to know how Muir has 22 intelligence. You can thank the deck of many things. Naren, it is your turn. You are in a dragon's belly. Can you make a death save, please?
Oh, I get to make one? Cool.
Come on, get in at 20.
Oh!
Oh my god!
I'll do it.
Ask for something else.
You're alive.
Okay,
I
so
awake!
Naren, you awaken inside of the dragon's belly.
I forgot you got swallowed.
Please make
It's the second time this has happened.
Can you please make a Constitution saving throw? Because there's stomach acid and poison breath and all sorts of nastiness going on inside of this dragon.
I just camp out in there, mate.
24.
Open a shop.
24.
Am I okay?
Open a blockbuster.
Yeah, a blockbuster.
Ooh.
You're still gonna take
So
half.
you take
Yeah,
17
yeah,
damage.
Nice.
So you awaken in
You're all
the
next
Come
to
on,
every
man.
belly suit.
round.
There's nothing I could have done there. You might as well just said you succeeded on your first death save throw. That is it.
Well, you don't fail a second one.
If you keep rolling 20s, you'll never die.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, true.
Easy.
Wise words, mate.
Just keep rolling 20s till we get there.
So. Well, I mean, okay, you did get a try. All right, so we'll say that you fall unconscious again at the end of your turn. So you got to turn inside the dragon's
Yeah,
belly.
stab him.
Yay!
Yeah, I have nothing else to do. Naren is a very straightforward dragonborn. It's
don't
straightforward
you-
needs. No, I do not have any healing abilities.
Damn.
whatever.
Okay.
I
The
thought you had
only
second
ability
wind.
I used it.
Oh,
Mhm.
I only get it once a day.
I don't think it
So,
would have done much.
No, the maximum it can give me is 22. So yeah. If I get one action, I'm gonna make it count.
You get a bonus action.
I'm gonna stab. The only thing I know that I can do with my bonus action is my second wind and my second stabbing.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna stab the absolute fuck out of this man.
Go for it.
is it easier because it's on the inside? There's no like protective.
It's the same
scale?
thickness.
Yeah. Every time.
I feel like everything you hit in there is probably, death damage. in the
does
long
it
run,
count
anyway.
as flanking since I am surrounded by nothing but targets?
You
So-
can't miss, really.
So because you're inside. So I'll read what it says. So while swallowed, the target is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attack, so nothing else can hit you because you're inside the dragon's belly. And you take
Okay.
XD6 poison damage. Oh, it says at the start of each of the dragon's turns. So I'm sorry. Yeah. No, so you do get an action. So
Oh. Okay.
you are restrained and blinded, so that would be 2 disadvantages. But you are surrounded by targets, so you can have it as a straight roll.
Okay. That's fair enough.
We don't have an immovable rod, do we? That would have been great.
Ah,
Yeah, boy. One of those landed.
Wish for it.
Fuck it. I'm going to use lucky for one of those.
Sure.
My last lucky. Fuck! Okay. Oh, only one of those. Okay, none of them hit anyway, so cool. I landed one hit.
Okay. Make it count.
I'm going to also use any of my your AC doesn't matter for poison damage, does it? No.
How do you mean?
I'm going to use one of my battle master thingies. Does an attack have to land for me to use
I think so. A lot of them you can use either way, but then they'll only apply effects if an attack lands. It depends on the maneuver.
where are my maneuvers? Maneuvers, here we go. My basic question is, can I stack multiple maneuvers so I get the extra d8s of damage, even though I only landed one hit, or is it one maneuver per attack?
I don't know. I'll say you can.
Okay. I'm
Like it'll
going to
expand
use
them, so
4
you'll
of
just use them
then.
up more. But
I'm going to use up all of them, so that's 4 d8s on top of this.
go for it. D10s, mate.
D10s, I keep forgetting. That's the Nautilus damage, 12. And then 4 d10s. Oh, 23. So
23.
That's 35 damage.
35.
overall, including
Damage.
Nautilus.
Okay, so You have beaten the threshold to see if she regurgitates you. So she has to. How much damage did you do? 35.
5. Yeah.
So she needs to make a DC 17 con save.
Oh no. Spit me up, you bastard.
Here you go. And she's keeping you down, apparently.
Aww.
That is the best she could have rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Malbrin,
Fair enough.
you can see, kind of, as the dragon kind of stalks towards you, there's a kind of a movement in the belly, and she kind of, the throat kind of tickles a little bit. You can see her kind of bristling, but otherwise kind of, she sort of looks a little haughty as she's trying to kind of bearing down on you. Malbrin, it is your turn.
Okay. Those two snake people that are to the bottom left of me. Do they look like I could fire a shot through both of them?
Yeah.
From where I am.
No, yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to fire a shot at both of them.
Go for it.
So like one shot. Okay. And that's just a straight roll.
Yes. Unless you've got anything else that would contribute advantage.
Did I do something wrong there?
It's because you are in. It's because it's because you're in melee. It's auto done disadvantage, I think.
Oh.
So just ignore that. So you had a 19 and a 9.
Okay. So presumably, well, is it the 19 or the 9? Which one was first?
Well, the 19 was the first one. I we'll say the 19 was the first one.
And that's 19 plus 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll help.
Okay. I would like to apply the sneak attack damage to that.
Go for it.
So, here's the wrist bow damage. That is 6 damage. And sneak attack is another 19.
Okay.
So that's, I think, 25 to both of them. Right?
Yeah, I don't remember whether we said sneak attack applied to both or not. I'll say it just for now.
Okay. I would. Okay. I would now like to use Vanishing Strike.
Okay.
So, I believe I'm invisible until the end of my next turn.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because yeah.
So I would like to move because I'm not in. Am I in attack of opportunity range from the dragon?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action to disengage.
Well, you're invisible. Oh no, yeah, so she.
So it wouldn't matter anyway.
Well, you're invisible, so she could try and swipe at you, but it would be at disadvantage because she can't see you. So it's whether you want to take that gamble.
Nah, disengage as a bonus action.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure. You do anything else on your turn?
No. That's me.
Okay. So, that's all the snake dudes. The little snake dudes. So they're gonna go So you can see them. They kind of close. Some of the ones that just appeared at the door are kind of looking around, but 1 and 2, number 1, kind of picks Rurak's unconscious body up and starts kind of dragging him away. And otherwise, they're just kind of they're looking around for you. They're not going to see you because you're invisible. So it's her lair actions. Is she gonna do anything? No, she's probably gonna hold them. The larger snake person kind of slithers over, and they start communicating in Draconic. And go, I can't make up Draconic on the spot, but they're kind of talking to. He looks like he's kind of like, you know, concerned. He's looking her over and everything, and she kind of is preening herself, and then she shouts something in Draconic.
Can I hear any of this from within the stone?
Oh, you are? Yeah, you are inside. Yeah. So you hear the kind of this kind of husky, slithery, snaky voice go, "Mistress, you are hurt. You are injured." But it's kind of and then, kind of like way louder than normal, you hear her go, "Find the intruder!" Rurak, I need you to make a death save, please.
Okay. Just one sec. That's a success.
Whee!
Okay. That kind of weird red mist is sort of you're like, oh, it's a bit further away now. Zorgar, you arrive at the edge of the lake. You can see Lida, Raffinate, and Muir at the other side.
Okay. Can I go around the lake and make it to the other side?
It gives enough actually.
Come on, let's try. 19.
19. Yeah, you make your way across and around and arrive.
Right. Is Hoodie healed?
I do.
Oh, I can heal you up. What's your max HP?
My max is 58 and I'm at 21. Don't use all of your lay on hands though, because it's good
39.
for getting people up.
Yeah. I can give you like, it's 15.
Sure.
So it's going to be Lida and Raffin next. What is your guys at the lake's plan?
What's the plan?
Better pile in
Run
and save our
to the
dudes.
cave.
Yeah,
Sorry, just give me 2 seconds because I'm putting in my new health.
save folk. That's the plan.
Yep.
So your plan is to just try and scoot up the waterfall, and in that way, yeah?
Aye.
Sure. So if you can all give us an athletics check, please.
Athletics check. Here we go. 12.
21.
I got 4.
I rolled a 2. Just the
Oh,
worst thing I
minus
can
1.
roll, so it's a 1.
Okay, so you start kind of. So the waterfall kind of comes out here. There's a good gap between the waterfall and the cave entrance. You can kind of see it if you peek around the side. Except the walls are really slippery. Mirror kind of like makes her way up, no problem. Just kind of place herself, the shape of her leg is great for just getting into the nooks and crannies, and she kind of clambers up into the cave mouth with ease. Zorgar is behind her. He's not, you're pretty tuckered out. You got hit by a tree. You were on a dragon's back. You got hit by a tree. You're running around. You're climbing down a tree. Running around the forest. Then you're a bit out of breath when you arrive there. You're clambering up, but you kind of, it takes you longer than it should. But you're like, okay, you're in. Crapping under you guys are trying to climb up, but it's like you're a bit tired. You're not feeling very well. It's difficult. It's difficult to get a handhold. So it's gonna be another round before you can get up there.
If we have summoned water elementals, why aren't we going through the waterway? Because they move 90 feet per turn.
Oh, we should use that.
Good point.
Yeah, that's what my original plan was, but I was busy doing something while you guys were talking.
Can we do that instead then?
Yeah. So what's your plan?
Because we don't know anything about we know that the walkway behind the waterfall is there, but we don't know how fast it gets to the lair, right? But I knew that from the lake, it was about 130 feet to the lair. Because I checked before, and then the water elementals go 90 feet per turn. So if they dash, we could just get there.
Alright, can we do that now?
If they're carrying us. And if Raffin turns into one.
Yeah, the only thing that I can think is in case I don't know how much firepower we need down there. So, but then I couldn't concentrate in 2 spells at once, could I? In a form, no. So that's fine. I'll turn into a water elemental, and then the 3 elemental dudes will carry and will dash towards the lair.
Okay. So you all hop down into the water. So Raffin.
If we're like inside the water elementals, does that mean we don't get the acid damage?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
So
They're resistant to poison as well.
So you guys are in transit to the lair. You're gonna arrive top of the next round. So it's the dragon's turn. I think it's 10 o'clock, so we're probably gonna stop at the end of this round and we'll pick up next session in the lair with everyone there.
Glass.
So it is. So Marvin, you're still invisible, aren't you?
Yes.
Can you give us a stealth check with advantage because you're invisible? She's gonna try and smell you out.
Good luck, dragon.
And
How bad are you thinking?
Scentless. Absolutely scentless.
Always fresh.
Did I do that right?
Is that L'Oreal?
yeah.
I had advantage and then rolled it.
Garny.
Oh,
But
so
it
it's
says I
applied
also have
disadvantage. Is that because you're frightened? I think right because you're frightened.
Maybe.
Either way, if you got a 20, she's not finding you. So you're kind of
He ain't finding shit.
She goes. She kind of winds up about there. He's kind of sniffing you out. Doesn't make it.
Naren's just inside.
Naren's inside like fuck.
Naren, you fall unconscious on her turn.
Quit moving!
Yeah.
It goes black.
We're coming to get you.
So it's Mira's in transit.
Dragon.
Naren, you are in the dragon. So
Death saving throw?
so give us a death save, and then you're gonna take stomach damage on her next turn.
Easy, not a 20. Come on.
20, 20,
Nice and
20.
easy. Shit. That's a fail.
Okay.
Oh my god.
How many fails is that?
And then Melbourne, it's your turn.
Whoa.
Yeah, because he got
Okay.
up and then he went down again.
I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, and then I don't really know what's
Are you
what
just going to
this
proceed down
corner
that
looks
tunnel?
like.
Hang on,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see it. So, let me show you.
Also, do I see any kind of indication of where the waterfall is in terms of this layer?
You can hear it, but it kind of reverberates around. Other than the tunnel you swam up, this entrance you're in is the only entrance in the cave system into this central chamber thing.
Okay,
Where
I'm
she has her
gonna
hoard.
keep heading around here then.
Sure, okay. So the snake dudes are. Hang on, I need to relock this and then. Rag's gonna get dragged over here. Other snake dudes are gonna kind of fan out and search for Aldrin. And then I haven't got the pool on here, so maybe I can draw it in kind of a nice blue color. Yeah, there we go. So there's the pool. Something like that. It's kind of there's a sort of it's kind of bubbling as the rest of them arrive. So the dudes kind of fan out. The green dragon has Naren in her belly and is sniffing for Mulbrin. Mulbrin's fucked off. So let's move all these lads. So. Because I need to add the water elementals in and stuff like that as well. So we're going to stop here. You guys have arrived in her lair.
We're in.
I've arrived in her belly.
Yeah.
We're going to be going somewhere else soon.
So the four of you guys burst out of the follow this tunnel around. It snakes down like a U-bend and up, and then you kind of burst out in your kind of water elemental chassis. And you can see Burak is unconscious, being dragged by a man with a cobra head. Towards
Why are
the
you
back end
spinning
of
so fast?
back end of the
Why
boardroom.
is this spinning?
In front of you, there is a large, maybe about, kind of his head sits about like 10 feet off the ground. Massive guy. He's got a snake lower half. He's got a scimitar on his waist. He's covered in plate mail. He's got a bow on his back. Who kind of looks at you. Got a cobra head as well. And there's another little snaky dude kind of scattered about, and the green dragon is looking around. You can't see hide nor hair of Mulbrin or Naren. And we'll stop there and pick it up next session. So if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. We'll be back next week. See you around.